Welcome to the Radio and Electronics School. My name is Ron, my call sign is VK2DQ, and you are doing the regulations course for both standard and advanced. The standard advanced regulations can be found in a document called the LCD, the License Conditions Determination, Amateur Radio. It's a fairly large document and it's terribly boring to read. Particularly because the reader doesn't know what it is they need to know in that document. And there's lots of tables and things that you really aren't going to be examined on. So studying for your regulations for standard or advanced using that document is a poor option. So what I'm going to endeavour to do in this course is just run through the important things in that document that you need to know. I'll be showing you the document later on. If you've done a foundation exam, you would have done regulations as part of that exam, but that regulations is a subset of the full regulations. This course, like many of our courses, will comprise of video tutorials like this one, and in those tutorials I'll be showing you the documentation where the regulations are contained and highlighting the bits of that legislation that you need to know. And in addition to that, there will be self-test software that will allow you to test your knowledge on what you've learned. So, you know, when you're doing well in the self-test software, that's when you know you'll be ready to contest the exam. The first document that you and I are going to look at is the Amateur Radio Operating Procedures. This is an AMCA document. It's available on the website, and the one you're looking at now is actually on the website. We're going to be walking through this document and pretty much ignoring stuff which is not important and spending some time on the stuff which is important for you. You can find this document yourself just simply by typing into Google Amateur Radio Operating Procedures, and it will bring you to this page. The first thing I'm going to do is take a scroll and find the actual document that the regulation's in. This is not the regulations. This is Amateur Radio Operating Procedures, but inside this document we've got the Amateur LCD, and that takes you to the License Condition Determinations, which is that very, very large document that you really don't want to have to study directly. I'm live online, so I'll open that in a new tab now, and there it is there. Now I'll be going through this later with you. This is the actual regulations that are applicable to amateur radio in Australia. The Radio Communications License Conditions Amateur License Determination 2015. Now don't worry about the date. It's 2020 when I make this, and this document will probably be still okay in 2025-26. They don't change an awful lot, although this one is going to have some changes to it soon. I shouldn't say soon. It's due for some changes, and soon could mean in 1 or 2 or 3 years' time. And what we'll do, if that happens, or when that happens, we'll do an update video. But we'll be walking through this document, which you don't want to study. It's too much. There's too much stuff in there to have to commit to memory when you don't need to commit it. So we'll point out to you exactly what you need to know. I hope this will be a relaxed course. I don't want you to stress. Just take it easy. We'll go slow and make it as relaxed and as comfortable as possible. Now, the first thing we want to discuss in amateur radio operating procedures are the emission modes, the types of modes that radio amateurs can use. And here they are, center of the screen. You don't need to know all of those, and we'll be discussing these in depth in the next part, part 2, so I'll see you then. Cheerio for now.